everybody to the room. We're going to take a few minutes to get the room filled up. So if you guys can, please go ahead and shoot this place out so we can get it started a little bit earlier today. But yeah, give me a few minutes. I still got a couple more places I need to run into and drop the link, and then we'll get started.
And of course, we can always refer to the quick reference guides that are posted.
I need an ID. I need to take a picture.
Hey guys, hope you're all having a good day. Good start to your day as well. A good start to your week, even. Gotta get the Kuna up here and gotta get the Psyking up here too.
Wow.
Hi Hakuna, hi Psyking.
Hey Scott, have a good weekend, my friend.
Excellent, excellent. How about you guys?
It was a good weekend. I was letting Side jump in there. I don't want to monopolize the conversation. I have a habit of doing. Working on some other stuff here. Figured I'd come in and see how everyone was doing today.
That's perfect. It's a good time to jump in.
Excited for next week. I'm glad that that's finally hashed out. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys down there.
Yeah, did you find a hotel and stuff already?
The same hotel as you guys. So my wife's coming down with me. We'll get in late Wednesday night. I'll stay till Saturday.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, so you're staying a couple extra days than us, because I leave on the 10th, I believe. I don't know if that works out. No, we'd be leaving probably the same time.
Yeah, I think the 10th. The 10th is Sunday, so you're there all week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm staying there till Sunday and then flying out afternoon of the 10th.
I like this topic. Good conversation to have.
Well, and Andy had it yesterday, or started to have it, but said he would save it for another space. So I thought it would be a good one, and maybe we might see Andy in here today, depending on how busy he is. But I have a feeling he might be pretty busy as well.
Yeah, I can't.
There. I messaged him just in case. So what are your feelings on it? Proof of work or proof of stake? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
I guess my first thing that comes to mind, and I thought about this before in the past, and it's not something in the front of my mind, so I may trip up in my thoughts here trying to put the concepts together. But I like the idea of proof of stake because I think it makes it fairer and more opportunistic for other people to get involved because you don't have to go and buy mining equipment, run it all the time, have it up, basically try and get lucky to solve a part of a block or contribute to it, which has those costs. I think it's easier for people to enter and have token stake. I have concerns because it's never really been done at a large scale, so I'm curious to see how it deploys and comes into play, and if people end up, hoarding large amounts of tokens to own the rights to mine blocks and things like that, I can see that going in a different direction. But it's interesting because when you're doing proof of work, it's kind of encouraging people like myself that are running miners to get paid in the token they're being paid for say, verifying in Ethereum or whatever it might be, the network you're on, or even Bitcoin's a good example. But you take your payment for the part of the block and then immediately swap it over into something else, trade it, and get other things out there. So I think to have proof of stake and to take tokens out of circulation and make that the incentive for reward, I can see a lot of positives for it. But I just want to see it scale and go into practice because we know new ideas tend to have a habit of outgrowing themselves quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm open to anything. Like, I don't think it matters what your token does if it's proof of work, proof of stake. Like, I think we got to be open to all different avenues because it depends on the use case and what's going on. Really, I believe, anyways. But
Yeah, and then the other side of that is with the proof of. Sorry, were you jumping in, Ryan? I missed that on you.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say that, you know, when you end up with proof of work, you have, you know, things are decentralized across multiple nodes across a network, and everybody's contributing to verifying the block. With the idea of proof of stake and the large stakeholders having access to verify the block, kind of pushing a little closer into more centralized authentication of the blockchain or maintaining the blockchain. Just feel like there's some reason for concern. I think it's a great concept. I just have some concerns about the application, and I'm going to watch closely to see how it rolls out.
Yeah, I think both are. I'm like proof of adoption right now, right? Like I don't think it really. I don't think proof of scale. I mean, proof of work is bad. You know, I think in the way they talk about it burns energy. I don't really care for that. But I mean, when you think about staking, the proof of stake, and you have people validating nodes and things of that nature, it allows for a lot more tokens, obviously, right? So and then you could have people who control a lot of those tokens. So, but to me, I don't think, you know, proof of stake is bad. I don't think proof of work is bad. I don't think something like XRP is bad. I just want to see the adoption. I think there's room for all of them, respectfully, in where we're working in cryptocurrency right now. So I think all of them are definitely have their pros, but like Hakuna was saying, they all have cons as well, right? Like I don't think any of them don't have a con.
You raise a great point there. Is, you know, we talk often about how it's not binary in this space, and does it have to be all or none, and does it end up being some type of hybrid model that ends up taking the top of how we apply the technology? I like the way you said that. I was thinking to myself, it's proof of concept. That's where I'm in right now. I'm looking for proof of concept.
Yeah, like that's all I'm looking for. Like I'm okay with whatever, right? Long as we get the mass adoption that we're looking for. But yeah, I mean, I think anybody could raise a argument on each side. You know, like if I wanted to raise an argument for why proof of work is bad, I can raise an argument. If I wanted to raise an argument for why proof of stake is bad, I can raise an argument, right? Like if I wanted to raise a case for why both of them are good, like that's why we have cryptocurrency. So like for me, I don't want to bash either of them. I think, you know, each of them have their respected, you know, ways of being decentralized, and I think and adding to the network or to the blockchain. So I think, you know, both can be used, but I don't want to step on one or the other. You know, when I'm trying to talk about them, because at the end of the day, I'm with you. I'm like proof of concept. I want to see it all work.
one that I don't even think these are going to be the end all be all. Like there's so many concepts that are going to come forward in the future as we begin to get that adoption, that who's to say one of these will be the leader or not. Like we're going to see a ton of change, I think, in the future that leads everything. Like I was mentioning yesterday in Andy's chat, like you look at quantum computing, I was looking into that, and then I found out like even quantum mining is a thing that will be more dangerous than actual quantum computing itself, like when you look at Bitcoin or different things like that. But I mean, so you have that, and then you have AI that's working its way in. There's so many different things that are slowly evolving and changing that we don't really know what direction everything is going to go into in the end.
And I think when you talk about proof of work versus proof of stake, and you start looking at I guess vulnerability would be a word I would throw out there. I would just be curious to see with proof of stake, if I start to look at it just kind of analytically, like it seems like it's more likely for someone to grab a very large amount of the staking pool and be able to get more access to verifying blocks and do nefarious stuff, and it kind of makes it easier to lock it down that way than, say, buying up significant amount of computer power and controlling a large portion of the authentication on a proof of work network and being able to. That's a lot of the things that are being talked about right now, and I'm still trying to process the nuances, but I just keep going back to Biden's point of like, this is one of those things that we're going to have to see start rolling out to see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. How do you guys feel about the market right now? Like, I'm super impressed. It's past the number that I was kind of looking for, and I think Vivan knows that. But
I've been yelling "Let's go" since yesterday, so I'm super stoked, man. It's exciting, and there's so much good stuff going on with a lot of these smaller projects, and I'm excited. I mean, you guys saw the AMA this morning, and with JoinCoin and some of that stuff going on, and just I'm excited for a lot of these utility projects that are positioning themselves really well. And if we hold where we're at and things keep going in the direction they're going, this may kick off something amazing. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Man, I'm mad at the market because I like to take the weekends off. And just this weekend, I didn't get to take the weekend off. Like, I don't really look at charts on the weekends anymore. I used to look at them every day. But on the weekends, I just like, I like to hang out and chill out. But yeah, I won't lie. Yesterday, I was like, man, I gotta open up these charts, man. It's just like I can feel it, and yeah, it is good to see the run. I don't call it a run yet. We have not broken out on higher time frames to validate any of the moves that we kind of made. If you've been here long enough to know, then this all could capitulate at any minute and fall down if it wanted to. But I'm gonna stay optimistic. I like where the market's heading. I definitely I got a lot of. I went back and put some stuff into some B&B. I bought up some B&B this weekend to kind of like, it's a couple of new projects that I want to jump into, or some projects that I had before and sold, and now I can potentially buy back in. Everything's still cheap on the market right now. So it's definitely one of those. This week will be one of those weeks that I really start sharpening my pencil and seeing where I really want to allocate a lot of percentages towards in my portfolio this week, if the market keeps the direction that it's going. But I don't care about missing the lowest bottom. Like, Harmony is like one of my favorite protocols. You guys know that. And like when I first started getting, I think it was like 7 cent or 4 cent and 7 cent, and then I was buying it all the way up to 23 cent. So now like that is like between 11 and 15 cent. I'm like, I got until 23 cent to keep adding to my bag. I don't like, I'm not in a hurry to catch the bottom. I'd rather see the breakout, because once it breaks out, it can potentially move up to where it's going to move to next.
I did not know that Harmony was a big one for you. I've been in Harmony for a while, man. I threw a little at it a while ago, and I believed in it. And I wish I had gone harder at it, but I really like that protocol.
Man, it's one of my nice size sitting portfolio bags, but I have it for the long term. The funny thing is that I easily see it. I see it going to $2 on this next run, or at least $1.80, and I don't even I might take a little profit, but I'm in Harmony for the long haul, bro. Like, I really feel like when it comes to layer one bridging and things of that nature, the guy that's behind it, he's a genius, man. He worked on iCloud, he worked on Google Cloud. He pretty much came out with all the cloud software that we use right now. So I can tell you now that he's gonna like that protocol is in good hands for sure.
Yeah, that was one that I threw a very small amount in back in January of last year, and I really wish I had followed my instinct, thrown a little heavier at it. But that was one to let me throw a little at it, see what happens. And now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dang, man, one of those hindsight's 2020, right?
Yep, that's how it happened for me and Scott both. I think I introduced Scott to it, and we used to jump on our podcast and talk about it with a lot of people. And people were like, "Yeah, I never heard of it." And then I think it was like 4 cent then, and then all of a sudden it went to like 35 cent, and everybody was like, "Yo, you guys know what you're talking about." It's like, nah, we just had the luck of the draw, I guess. And then it's retraced all the way back down to like I think I picked up some more like 10 cent or 11 cent. But I mean, anything like that, man, when you see, if you believe in, like, somebody like me, if I believe in a project, man, I'm buying it every time it comes back down to that area, and not, I just dollar cost average. I'm not going to go crazy and start throwing, big bags at it. But, $100 here, $100 there, it's like buying a pair of tennis shoes to me. So it's like, I can just, easily just pick up a little bit more Harmony here, add some to this wallet. But yeah, it's one of those fun ones, man. Like any of them, that one and Luna was another one that I got in super early. I will say I'm smacking myself right now because I sold my Luna bag on the first, like, when it went down to $85. I sold at $85, and I wrote it from $6. So it was that was, I don't know why I did that. It was a little bit depressing.
I bought back in. I sold at the top, and then I bought back in just recently. So, and I got into that Zilla.
I would have just kept 3. I don't know why I just didn't keep 3, and then I could just leave those Lunas for the rest of my life. But once I sell something, all the way, it's very, very hard for me to buy back.
Yeah, I bought that into that Zilliqua too, and I'm super happy about that.
Fucking
Nice.
100% and over the weekend. I was looking at it like, man, Stewart definitely told me to get into this. And I didn't. It's like, no, I'm just watching the market, and then I see that one go up 100% over the weekend. I'm like, wow, man, that was a good one for everybody. So congratulations to you guys, man. I know that if I need anything while I'm in Miami, I'm going to Mr. Scott Crypto Beast 32 for some Zilliqui.
I haven't even looked at it today to see how it's doing. I gotta take a peek.
No, it's still doing well. I think, like I
It's
said,
still
man,
lower though.
I still want to see. I still, the 100% are good, and I'm okay with that. But I'm ready to see that part of the bull run, man, where we're getting 500, 600, 700% a week, and it's just like it feels illegal, It's like, yo, what the fuck is all this money keep popping up in my wallet for? Like, I'm ready for those times again.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I remember like when I bought I had put $5,000 worth of Doge like 2021 2021, like it was before it took off, and my friend, he put in $1,500, and I ended up cashing out at like 2 or 3 cents, and he rode it all the way up. He ended up having like $100,000. I was like, what? I think I got like $1,000, like fucking an extra $1,000 for mine, and I was like, I'm good. I closed it.
But did he ride it all the way up and then back down, Vibing? Because that's the question.
He did. I told him he should have a Doge. He should have a Doge tattoo on his face by now, because he rode it all the way up to $100,000. He's rode it all the way back down to around. I know he's not more than 10 or 15,000 in it right now. Now he's got to ride it all the way back up. So.
Oh man.
He's he went from being a trader. He went from being a trader to being a diamond balls all in one trade. So it's like, I did the same thing with Moon River. I watched Moon River go all the way up to $500. Didn't take any profit, and I bought in it on launch at 75, and now it's at 60. So it's like I just dug a little hole for it and dumped that wallet in that hole, and was like, well, I'll come back and get you in a year or two, see what you look like. Plant DC.
Yeah, we all have the same stories. Maybe that's why we all get along so well.
We used to call it. I like to call it like they say planting seeds. So when you end up not taking your realized profit, man, and it goes down, I don't believe in selling at a loss unless I just know the project is like just it's a BSC play and it's not going to go anywhere. But when I know something like Moonbeam, Moon River, like all of those, man, like I'm super long term on. I still got Akala. I still got like 5 of the parachains that I participated in. I haven't, I don't even keep up with them. I'm just like 2 years. That's my 2-year bag. In 2 years, I'll come back and dig those go back and see what that garden looks like.
That makes sense.
I'm with you, Redmond. Yeah.
And that's the only reason I pulled my Luna, because my Luna was something I bought over a year ago. And I was like, from where I got in at to where it is now, the growth was so heavy. I was like, I would just not feel right watching it even go back down. And until this breakout that we just recently had, I had Luna going back to $40, and that's why I wanted to buy in it. But yeah, I'm gonna miss it on this run for sure. And if it goes up too high, I'll just find the next one. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with Harmony One. Just I think I bought it. I bought it like at 12 cents. Then it was going up, and then bought it at about 47 when it climbed up there, and then that was my biggest bag. I've just been buying it ever since. Just $50 here, $100 there.
People. I think people underestimate DCA. It's funny because I was going back through some of my Cash App history because I DCA anytime I have like somebody sends me Cash App, I just buy Bitcoin. Like I don't really spend the Cash App money. And I was just looking for the past year, just dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, like over $28,000. I was like, holy shit! Like, damn! Like, all right, cool. Like, well, now I know like dollar cost average is a beast. So yeah, people underestimate that $50 here, $100 here, $50 here, $100 here. It'll add up over the year.
Yeah, and way that thing going there, like just like you, 2 years, 2-3 years, and then that just that cost averaging, it's gonna pay off for sure.
The only one that I've DCA'd in for 2 years and it hasn't paid off. Don't nobody get mad at me. This is XRP. I can't catch a fucking break with XRP, man. Like last year I got my average cost down enough to be at a 2.5x when it was at $1.23. And I didn't take any profit because I was like, man, I'm gonna wait till $2, man. It's like, but I still now I respectfully I'm not overexposed in XRP. Like I was super overexposed in XRP, but now I'm not exposed. So I'm like whatever I have there now can stay there for. I don't care if they take another 5 years. Like I'm okay. But it's never good when you get overexposed into like a project. It's just like you can always tell when somebody's overexposed. I can go to Telegram chats and tell when people are overexposed. like when burn, when this, when that, when this, when that. It's like, come on, man, calm down. It's been 30 days.
I love you, man. I'm literally in Telegram right now for a project, and some dude is like, "This hasn't done anything. What are you doing? The chart's not moving." And I'm like, dude, the project's 2 weeks old. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, but his rent's due in 3 days, so he's got to think. He's like, man, win everything.
That's like the media of crypto, brother. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Like, holy cow. God forbid the utility takes more than 3 days, man. Holy cow. Oh, dude, it makes me angry.
Laugh at it. People that get really into their emotions, like they'll be asking, when burn, when this, and I'm like, man, you should just keep doing what the community members need. Just keep chilling. That's it, man. Don't worry about coming in here crying because that's not going to help your bag at all.
Hey man, speaking of chilling, man, I can do a shameless plug-in real quick, yo. I'm kind of biting at the teeth right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm a pin a post on in the pinned tweets on top. I guess we actually officially had our Supercar Blondie ad for him content, get released for the world to see, So I kind of want to see what some people's thoughts are. So give me a moment. I'm gonna post it in the pins and see what everyone thinks of it.
I did see that the new the updated app came out on iOS and the Google Play Store as well.
Yeah, most definitely. Both came out.
I still sneak into y'all's Telegram, over the weekend and see how you and Red Deuce is doing over there. I try to sneak in and pop in just see what you guys are up to and get some updates.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, if you don't even want to stick into the Telegram, into the main one, we did actually create another new, more up-to-date announcements page. So, it's different aspects, you can look into versus just being in the Telegram and seeing, the active, back and forth that we'll have between our communities. But, again, that's obviously depending on what you want to do. But again, give me a quick sec. I'm going to get that post pinned. So if anyone who's in here might take a look at it.
I want to just ask Blondie when she's going to let me borrow one of her cars.
Man, forget that. Like she needs to, man, it was crazy. I saw on one of her videos, I think she got, it was a Forza model car. It was a conceptual car that's not actual real. But they went ahead and made it specifically so she could preview it on one of her debut videos. And I seen it. I'm like, wow, like this is a Forza vehicle from off a cover made real just for her. I'm like, that kind of shows you what kind of clout, what kind of pull she has. Where people let them, I guess the futuristic cars be brought out and whatnot. I'm not an automotive, kind of guy, that knows all the ins and outs. But just seeing some of these videos, and I'm like, okay, well maybe I should look. There's a BMW SUV, that can change colors. I'm like, hold up, that's
Yeah, I seen
cool.
that. That was sick.
It's cool. It's cool, but at the same time, it's like, like the person goes and robs a bank. They're chasing a white car, and next thing you know, it's this blue and purple now sitting on the side of the road. It's just crazy.
You just stay on the scene after you rob the bank. You don't even leave. You just go sit in your car and change the color.
That's funny.
Man, actually about this changing color thing, we met at the expo in the last month. We met someone that came to me with like some kind of case, and he said, "Yeah, I'm actually the one that's providing this technology, and the car is like all covered with that." And his case was also changing colors and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I think the overall idea of it, obviously, you're gonna have to put out some money for that. There's no doubts there, but it's still pretty cool. Overall idea, hey, instead of having to worry about getting it painted all the time or the different colors, is hey, I'm feeling a little green and yellow today, or I'm feeling black and blue or something. I think that's still pretty cool. I did go ahead and make that post inside the top. And again, I guess basically if people didn't know, M Content basically promotes the production or trying to fund filmmakers who cannot be funded or aren't funded or overlooked by like Netflix or major areas. Maybe they're new in the production field and they want to actually get their foot in the space, so to speak. Well, we have the opportunity to let them get funding through our crypto through M Content. But then also on the flip side, we've also created an app that can benefit any content creator. So a content creator comes in and you put content on our app. You get tokenized from the very first view. The first time you view it or someone views your stuff, you get tokenized. So just like I guess you can look at it as a view to earn type setting. So where basically everyone will always have some type of monetization or tokenization through their content. You don't have to have stipulations or subscriber base or anything like that. You can just kind of look at it and upload your content, be it a video of a cat, doing something cute or something over that. Maybe you're just actually into making web-based novels or animated films. All that stuff. You can either apply for seed funding, like a Shark Tank type elevator pitch for your production, or you can just upload, your content onto the platform. It's a whole ecosystem. It's a lot. I could say a lot, but I'm just gonna kind of keep it short.
I'll tell you what, man. I just checked out the video. I like it. Good graphics. I'm over here smiling, like, yo. I'm gonna watch it again once I get off, so I can actually hear it. Well, I forgot my AirPods today, so I'm trying to not blast my volume speaker when I'm out to get lunch right now.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I watched. If I'm being honest, I showed my wife. I'm like, hey, did you see it? And she's like, I've seen it. Stop showing me. I'm all right. I'm like, you sure you saw it? Because I can show you again.
Nah, that's amazing, man. It's always good to see, projects still building and living up to what they're talking about. What the M Content definitely been doing that. And it's another, like, my M Content is my like what I was doing Harmony last year is what I do with M Content this year. I don't really care about the price anymore. I just keep averaging in a little bit more and a little bit more. And it's like, all right, like a couple years, man, this could be something crazy.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's why I think you were in the space with me, and I think Scott was as well. When we were in there with Andy, speaking on, I think the topic at that time was meme coins or something, dealing with meme coins and people getting together, and combining their different platforms to, be even better. I think M Content could possibly open the door to do things like that, to interlock the different communities to, hey, if they don't have certain areas, that are as perfect or whatever, we could combine. And it's just that whole idea, that whole conversation, that sort of space was really informative and like broadens your mind to think again, why do we have this prideful, we can do it all ourselves mentality, so it's just like I said, that space, I really did like that space a lot, with Andy in it speaking, honestly, like he normally does.
Another funny thing about the meme coins when we were having that space, I was thinking about with M Content, I was like, man, you guys could potentially the way you guys you do seed funding for projects or for content creators, things of that nature, you guys could potentially partner up with something like JoinCoin or people who actually love vetting projects and actually looking at these new projects, and then they rate them, and you guys do the seed round for them. Like, so it's a lot of possibilities with partnerships in the crypto space. I think we just got to get a little bit more open our minds a little bit more as projects and as individuals to not become like a maxi on just our stuff, and really try to onboard other companies as well or other projects.
So as long as you have like the mindset, that kind of mindset going forward with a lot of these different, projects, you can go far, and how I explained it before, hey, it's like a 4-man relay race, you have 4 different companies that can each bring forth something different to the table. One could have a phenomenal dev team. One could have utility. One could have the ability to do marketing, and one could have the massive community. You bring all 4 of them together, they can finish that race, way faster than one person might, versus that one person might have to, halfway through the race, they might have to take a break. Meanwhile, the other team's still passing the baton. But it's just crazy. We all have our own, ways of thinking, especially when it comes to all these projects. So it's just a matter of time to see, at the actual community become more cohesive. Because at the end of the day, we all want this massive crypto adoption. We all want the world to we don't want to just adopt Bitcoin. That's not the end goal. We want them to adopt crypto as a whole. And, if we can all come together and create better utility for all these projects that might not have it, or get the community behind some that do have it, I think that'll be the biggest crypto alt-season bull run I think that we'll have once everyone actually gets on the same page.
Sight King, can you throw up another 100? Man, you still got your 100. Yeah, man, I agree with you a lot on that one. Oh, Hakuna got his today too. I'm super jealous. Wow.
I keep bringing my old laptop out here that hasn't updated just so I can do that for you on these spaces.
I can only say it. I'm eating pizza right now, so I don't want to spit on my phone. Saying 100.
What kind of pizza do you got, Vivan?
New York style. I came to got some New York style. I'm a basic cheese guy. I don't eat pepperoni and pork anymore, so my pizza became a little bit boring.
I don't even know what New York style pizza is, to be honest.
Just a bigger slice.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah, bigger, thinner.
What is
pineapple and anchovies going over there?
What kind of pizza are you, Hakuna? Uh-oh. Can everyone hear me, or is the space gone quiet?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I got like a bunch of stuff I'm bouncing between here, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
It was such good conversation, I kind of got involved with other stuff.
Yeah, I was just saying, what kind of pizza do you eat, Hakuna?
I'm not really big on pizza. I mean, I like plain. I prefer thin crust when I go for it, but pizza's really not my thing. I'd rather have like a good burger. That's what I'd die for.
How about you? How about you, Gaining? Same thing, or?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I am highly volatilely high in the lactose intolerance field. So, yeah, the pizza, y'all can have that. It's
they got vegan cheese out there, bro. Lactose
man, I mean, sometimes it's like if I know I can time myself and I know I'm gonna be in a safe place. I might get me a slice of pizza or something like that, or eat me on some ice cream. I'm like, all right, I got 3 hours. Where I'm gonna be in 3 hours?
Thanks, man. You got me crying right now. I want to spit my food out. That's hilarious.
How about you? How about Psyking? What's your pizza?
Man, I'm torn, man. Yeah, I'm torn. I'm from the Chicago area, so I'm a big believer of the deep dish. But every now and then, man, I gotta have that hand sauce. So so it depends on my mood.
That makes sense. And how about you, Red? What, you being from Europe, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I don't know. I was floating in space right now, to be honest, but it's good to hear you guys. I just came back not long ago from the Binance, the week, the Binance week, whatever you call it, Binance blockchain week. Yeah.
Oh, how did that go today? How was it?
It was okay. It was okay. There was the CEO of Binance was speaking there. I heard that CZ Binance got COVID or something. At least that's what Andy Leon posted on Telegram.
Yeah, he
Not
did. He
Telegram,
put it
Twitter.
on his own too.
Right?
CZ, when he landed, he had tested positive for COVID.
Man, I tested negative, but after like 1 or 2 days, I got COVID too here when I arrived.
I think it's
Yeah, the
natural.
event was cool. What else? They had CZ Binance, Bugatti. I don't know the car. They had all kinds of stands. They had the pancake swap stand. They had what's it called? Certic stand. All kinds of stuff like that. Overall, it looks like a nice event. But there was after 1 hour, you probably didn't have much to do there besides go and listen.
Yeah. Do you get free stuff at these conferences, like little gifts and knickknacks and stuff?
So they gave us a bag of Binance, a Binance bag with a Binance hat and like a small dairy and a shirt, Binance shirt or something like that. Besides that, not really. I mean, they had like a wheel that you can scan and get some NFT, and then you spin in a wheel and stuff. But we came late today, so yeah.
It
At
says
first, I thought you said they gave you a banana, but you just saying a Binance bag. I was like, what the hell are they giving away bananas for? I guess that is the Binance colors, yellow and black, though.
Yeah, but usually at this event they don't give that much. I mean, and the expo before this one, there was some projects that gave like I think iPhones and all kinds of stuff like that. But that's just to attract many people to come to their stands because I guess their project didn't do it by itself.
You're talking about in Dubai, right?
Yeah, it was the crypto.
I know one of my
yeah.
I know one of my projects that I got into really early. They gave away like some shit out there, like PlayStation, and I think they gave away like 2 PlayStations or a Ledger or something like that. But yeah, it's funny though because that shit does like attract. Like I seen the booth when he was talking about doing the giveaways, and it's like you see all the people up there just waiting for something for free. It's like, so I told Scott, I was like, me and Scott was talking about the possibility of them possibly giving things away in Miami. I'm like, I'm sure they will be, but like, like I was like, we just gotta, be strategic on what we go get, and use our time wisely.
Yeah, I mean, we were stuck at our booth. Our booth was super busy and we didn't give shit. Yeah, we had no time, man. I didn't even eat for those 2 days. We had like a lunch there, and I didn't even eat in that lunch. So, yeah.
That was the thing I was worried about. I was like, like some of the events start at like, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then the whole day goes until like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I'm like, am I supposed I hope I'm not packing a lunch, like. So I told Scott we'll probably go a couple hours in the morning. I'll probably take a little break during the day, to do something else to offset my mind for cryptocurrency, and then go back in the evening.
Yeah, I think the best, that's what we did. Our strategy was just we took something small in the morning, and then when we came back from the event, like at 6, 7, 8 p.m., we were starving, and we just went to something big,
You're the CEO is going to be at this Bitcoin conference as well, isn't he?
Who'd you say, Scott? I missed it.
Yes,
I think
he's gonna. We got Umar and Arun and also Ryan. They're gonna be coming down on the 6th through the 9th for the Bitcoin conference in Miami. They're gonna be flying in on the 6th. So and I've already told them. I've already gone ahead and made my plans to be down there. I got a couple other buddies who kind of want to come with me. But once I told them those prices, for like the general admission tickets and stuff, they're like, well, maybe we can meet you down the street or something. I'm like, it's a good opportunity. I mean, everyone obviously, we all have our own financial situations and whatnot. But for me, I'm I'm a nerd. All right, I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, I like anime, I like cosplaying and stuff like that. So I go to conventions and stuff like that all the time. But to be on the flip side of the investment side of things, going to like a Bitcoin expo, I think that's going to be something new for me. I've been only been in space for 3 years. But to come in to an actual expo like that, I think that's going to be something good for me to experience alongside meeting with some of the founder and some of the team. Of course, I'm a do my little YouTube promoting and do a live video while I'm down there. And but like I said, overall, I think that's something that's interesting as far as the Bitcoin Expo as well. I was actually about to ask you guys, with y'all seeing this little pump in Bitcoin, what do y'all think? I don't know if y'all spoke on it before I got in here, but with it breaking that $44,000 to $46,000 resistance point, in my prediction, I was talking with my buddies that I told them once it hits past the 46,000 range, I feel like there's not really any big resistance points. Obviously outside of like the 49.50 area. But what are y'all's thoughts as far as with this breakthrough through the 46 to the 47?
It already broke through 47 today, I think, too.
Yeah, I think got the 47.5.
We talked about it a little bit earlier before you got in, but it's like good bullish sentiment. But this year, just because everything's been a little bit different with the crypto market, I don't really watch Bitcoin. When I'm thinking about the total move, I have to watch the total crypto market because I have to see the new volume come in, not just in Bitcoin. I need to see it all the way around. Because it's Tether's like propped up by some people in other side of the world, and they can pump Bitcoin price pretty quick, and they can dump it pretty quick. So I don't get excited by Bitcoin. I'm still waiting for a confirmation of the total crypto market cap break above 2.1 and closes above 2.1, and then I'll be back on my bullish wave. But I did smile this weekend. I will say that I smiled this weekend.
See, and that's what I was trying to. I agree as well. Like I might not be, knowledgeable when it comes to Bitcoin, but I hate when people always say Bitcoin, is the mover of the market. And it's like, unfortunately, at some point, I know last year it had a lot of, similar trend lines with a lot of different cryptos. But I like those crypto projects that, again, like you said, you're looking at the overall crypto market. I think we're finally over $2 trillion again because we dipped underneath it or something of that nature. But I like the projects that have their own trend lines that don't coincide with Bitcoin or Ethereum or BNB or any of that. I think that those ones that can create their own trends, their own ecosystem of I guess marketing and everything. I think that those are the projects that I like because it's interesting to see. Because then it's like, hey, what's holding you up against the storm when the rest of the world is crying and Bitcoin's down to 40,000, 35,000? It's like, okay, well, what's holding your project to where it's at? Because that shows, I think, that shows how relevant your project is or how much strength it has, be it community or utility,
100 for sure. I definitely so what do you guys think about the Saitama situation this weekend? Did anybody catch a glimpse of that? Because I feel like every time I try to look into Saitama, it's always feels like a fucking soap opera. Like I can't even get into the project because they're always either wallet didn't work or now I think the Saitama Realty was what came out on Friday or Saturday, and it didn't seem like it went good either.
It's frustrating, man, and I feel like I don't know the nuance to the nuts and bolts. I was on with Pulse on Saturday night, gave me a little bit of a rundown of some of the history. To be honest, I wasn't following that close, but when you talk about why I'm so bullish and excited about projects like Everrise that have a CEO and a team that's a programmer, that's a developer, like I think Russell's a great dude. I think he's a good manager, but at the end of the day, if you're farming stuff out to developers and programmers that you don't have direct control over and that you're not the one able to do it, I think that's some of the frustration there, and I feel for him, but I feel for the community that keeps ending up in spots that it's just a frustrating situation to be in all around. But yeah, it sounds there was a lot of emotion on Twitter for damn sure.
Yeah, man, I seen there was some people that I know that crack wallets and things of that nature, and some of the developers, even though like when they got it to finally open up and and they were able to add liquidity for people to buy, a lot of people still weren't able to buy, and all the some of the main team members' wallets were able to buy. So I don't know, man. It's just I just don't like funny situations, and I want to like Russ, but I don't like. I just can't just because of everything is just going wrong, and he's I mean, I want anybody to succeed, right? But I'm kind of like you. You got to put the right people in the right place. If you're not a coder, you're not a developer, you don't need to be the face. Like, if you don't need to be the face in the time of when things are going crazy, you need somebody there that really talk confidently to the community and let them know what's going on, instead of, hey, give us a minute and 8 hours later, everybody's still dealing with the same situation and losing gas fees and all kinds of stuff. So it's definitely something to learn from, but I wanted to try to dig into that one a little bit more today. But I know it was a big hot topic this weekend, and I wanted to ask Wayfarers in here because that's one of the things that Wayfair is. They're going to be one of the first tokens that launches on the wallet for St. Thomas. So I know that they kind of watched that project a little bit closely. Yeah, I mean, it just it's always disappointing. I don't want to see any more bad things in people's house. Projects over promising and under delivering.
Well, it stinks, and that's when I see people who look at other projects. They're like, "Oh, this person's involved, and they screwed me over here," or whatever their perception is. Like, dude, when you're voting, when you're rooting for projects to fail, that hurts all of us across the board. True utility projects that can deliver things to the space that help people navigate, help make the systems work, and actually provide solutions. I want everyone to succeed, but like you said, there comes a point, man, where you just got to deliver. You just got to call it a day.
So I gotta crack this joke because I haven't heard anybody talk about it today. But why did Will Smith use an open hand? Because paper beats rock.
Wow, it's a very true statement. Okay. And then not only that, now Chris Rock has some Fresh Prints all over his face.
Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah. And then some guy commented, Will Smith gets in one little fight.
Somebody said, if Will Smith if he's this mad in March,
Oh, what just happened? What just happened? That was really wild.
Suresh, if you can make a version of Everone for Twitter Spaces, so y'all can stop rugging us here too.
Well, I don't know what happened there. I think we got rugged.
I blame Scott.
We all just got slapped.
Apparently, they didn't like that conversation. You were going down a road there that they didn't like.
They were like, "Nah, you're not going to talk about Jada today." Slap.
Yo, I didn't want to say it, but I saw another post. Y'all know that movie Encanto, right? It's like the saying is I guess what are some things that we don't talk about? The first one is Bruno. The second is Jada. We don't talk about Jada.
I think that slap was rehearsed though. I don't think it was real.
I think it was to make some good news for sure.
Yeah, it's just
It's funny. I just pulled it up watching it. That was so fucking scripted, man. That is not a real slap.
I said, let me tell you something. I'm a male, right? And I can tell you right now, there's a lot of things that'll come out of my mouth if another male was to slap me in my face, and none of them would be that facial expression that Chris Rock had. I would be like, I would be on. I just said at least 10 cuss words, right? So
you would have heard it too, and there was no like reverberation off his cheek or anything like that, and there was mics all around. Like, there's no way you wouldn't have heard that.
All I know is y'all better keep my wife's name out of y'all motherfucking mouth.
It's just incredible. Like, he's getting up, walking towards them on the stage after that joke. There's no like cowering, there's no retreating, there's no walking away. Like, he just stands there with that smile on his face while he's walking up in the middle of a nationally broadcasted, syndicated show like this with everybody in the room. Like, come on, everything in that show is scripted. You're telling me that was real? Come on, he'd have knocked his ass on the ground. Will Smith was in Chris Rock sprawling across that stage.
Will Smith was in Ali. He knows He knows how to spar. He knows how to at least have his stance right?
The thing is, he laughed. He laughed at the joke before. Like he's like the joke happened. He laughed. All of a sudden, he cut his eyes at dead, and was like, "Oh, let me straighten myself up." You know, it's like, all right.
Jada looked serious as hell. Jada was looking so serious though. Like, her face was like, "Y'all not about to sit here and play me tonight."
They had some WWE training in there, didn't they? All right, as I smack your face, make sure you really whip it to the right, Chris. Gotcha.
I had to make a new title. I don't know if you guys see it.
Not only space. Not only spaces, crypto gets rugged as well.
Oh yeah, I screwed that up.
I don't know though, man. But I'm watching Will Smith after yelling, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." I know he's an A-list actor, and I know he's awesome. I don't know. There's some real heat coming out of those eyes, man.
No, that part I felt like was real. The slap was fake, but said that. I think that when you're an actor, when you get into a role that's fitting and it feel like you can feel the character, it's easier for you to display your emotions. And he feels for this character that he had to play last night. So he knew how to play that role and have the pain. He wanted to say that to August Alsina. He had to walk by August on the way to slap Chris, and he didn't slap August. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Now, on a side note, I will say that that nomination was well past overdue for Will. I'm not going to lie. He's playing in like 7 pounds, Pursuit of Happiness. You know, I think there's this one where he's this big tech corporation head or something, and his daughter dies, and you know, it's just a whole big movie. He's had a lot of good acting, I think. You know, obviously some of them weren't the best. You know, I didn't like I Am Legend. I didn't like This Is Earth or something like that, or some one he played with his son or whatever. But I think that it was kind of past due. It was definitely past due.
Pursuit of Happiness was a damn good movie, man.
I was gonna say, if anybody says Pursuit of Happiness wasn't a good movie, I'm gonna have to just be like, yeah, you probably don't know good movies, because that actually made me like draw a tear. I shedded a tear, and I don't cry for Hollywood.
Bro, you got kids, you definitely felt that one, man. That was rough. He did a hell of a job portraying that character.
And then his son played a hell of a role in that movie as well. And for somebody like me, I grew up, I was an adopted kid, right? So, like, I used to always have this little sob story. And then see that movie, I was like, man, this is my life.
Man, if you have kids, I just had to look it up. The movie where he loses his daughter is called Collateral Beauty. And if you want to have like a little quick movie night,
a good movie too.
That one was, I hadn't seen that until this year. I'm not even gonna lie. I saw it. I'm like, how did I miss this movie? And when I look at it, it has a lot of life lessons that can be taken at any point in time, be it if you lose someone or not. But I saw that, I'm like, wow, how did I miss this one? That was, I'm gonna put it in my top 5. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a really good movie too, and I just seen it within the last year as well.
Yeah, y'all forgetting about Independence Day. You guys can't be doing that.
I mean, that was like, I don't even think that Independence Day didn't even belong on the list. It's like in its own list. You know, I don't know. It's just, obviously, it's old school or whatnot. You know, it's what, 1990 something. You know, but either way,
You gave it its own. You like, no, that one get its own. That one got its own place though.
it does. You know, it does. All right, it's
That's like a dirty. I like this movie, but I can't say I like it, so let's put it in its own category because I don't want to embarrass myself. Is that what we're talking right now?
Man, I don't know. I like the movie, just obviously the whole premise of it, you know, but I don't think that he was the main character they need to be focused on for that movie. I think that you know, some of the other, you know, I guess the people in the background, the one guy, I like the crazy guy. You know, it's like, hey guys, I'm back. Like him, you know, he goes to blow this stuff back there. You know, he was a major player. You know, freaking who was it? Vivica Fox was in there, I think. What was her name? I think there's a couple of different actors in there that kind of played their parts well. Will just kind of oh hey, you know, everyone knows Will Smith, let's put him in this movie type thing. You know.
I feel like in their relationship though, you know, Will should have been the finesser. Like I don't feel like Jada should be the finesse. Like Will been famous for a long time. He's been like, if you go back to Fresh Prince days, like man, you think about a lot of the female models and actresses that came out, like especially like black women, like they all like came through the Fresh Prince. Like Nia Long was on there. I seen Tyra Banks on there. I've seen like all the women I thought was bad back in the day. I seen them on Fresh Prince. Huh?
How did people forget though? Will Smith was doing his own little rapping career and stuff before the Fresh Prince was even.
Oh my God! Get jiggy with it.
And then he just transformed, you know, into hey. And it's like a lot. We already know a lot of these musicians, artists, whatever. They've used that as their initial gateway into Hollywood. You know, once you step into that realm of acting and TV shows and stuff, people kind of, you know, go. They leave that other area behind for the most part, you know. But I think we got Mr. Andy in here. He must still be born in Dubai.
Hey, what's up, Andy?
Hey, Andy. Hello. We were talking crypto, and then yeah, exactly.
We were talking crypto, and then we got rugged, so we had to switch the combo up.
Then we started talking about
Will and Jada.
We're going to make Will Smith slap into an NFT. That's what we're talking about, right?
He did proof of slap, POS.
Nice.
Hey, did y'all see the pictures where I guess they showed all the different people in the audience? And how they looked, their reactions were. And
I seen the lady that was sitting like right next to them, and her face was like, is this real?
Yo, they had The Rock in there, right? Dwayne Johnson, and it's like he had his little eyebrow up, and they're like, nah, that's just his face.
Y'all not gonna be playing The Rock like that, yo. That's stuff.
Hey, wouldn't it be like proof of work too? Because he was like kind of acting, and so it would be, you know, he's working too.
I guess in that case, it's did he
he's proof of concept. He's proof of concept. He's proof of concept. You cross the line, and the concept is gonna be up there. So that's proof of concept for sure. We're giving Will Smith the proof of concept award from last night. And Jada gets the proof of adoption.
How's Andy today?
Imagine he's probably tired. It's been a long week, huh?
Yeah, I didn't expect him here, but it's amazing that he did decide to drop in. So thank you, Andy.
No, I was looking at the Will Smith slap down, man.
See, even Andy's watching it too. You call that proof of work or proof of slap, Andy? Which one is it?
Proof of slap, you know? He's good, man.
Proof of will or proof of slap?
Proof of slap, man. He's good, man. He's good, man. What about the person who got slapped, you know, that she has a doubt?
Chris Rock.
Yeah.
He's proof of experience.
That's why they're saying... That's why they're saying, Andy, he used an open hand because, you know, always paper beats rock.
And rock, paper, scissors.
Nah, it's just stupid, man.
Well, it's called the Oscars haven't been relevant in a while. How can we get everyone talking about it? As I have an idea.
Literally.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's basically Ricky Gervais thing did too. Huh? You know that made it kind of come back.
Hello,
Well, they have a
everyone.
nice plot though.
Hello.
Hey, Arizona.
Oh.
Arizona.
Hey, nice to hear. Nice to hear. Yeah. I will just listening to in crypto space.
Okay, guys, I gotta go, man. You guys talk first. I'll be right back with this. Ask me any shit later on, man. Bye.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Did y'all I'm not really a big follower of Safe Moon or anything, but I did see that they recently did their leadership. I think someone left the team or something like that. Do y'all know anything about that?
What was that for? Sorry.
I saw that one of the leadership for Safe Moon has recently changed. I think one of their lead people or something of that nature. I don't know if it was a co-CEO or
Yeah,
somebody.
Safe Moon Hound or whatever his name
Wait,
was. Yeah.
that soap opera still on TV? I haven't watched that show in a while. How's it
Yeah,
playing out?
I stay away
Yeah,
from it.
exactly. It's downhill.
I mean, look, I root for all utility. I want it to succeed, but it just the people come and go from projects all the time. I don't know the story behind it. I was on a Spaces afterwards that Brian was on, and he was answering some questions. I thought he handled himself well. I mean, I don't know. I've given up on drama in this space. There's so much of it. I just wish more people would head down work and stop trying to draw attention to stuff. I don't even know what to make of that project anymore. I just know I'm holding a whole lot of stuff that I keep in my wallet as a reminder of my bad life choices.
Yeah, I'm the same way. But I mean, in the same sense, they need to cut off the head off of that project and redo everything, I think.
I kind of like I said, I don't want to talk mess about it. But, I don't want to talk mess about the project, but I'll put in a comparison. It's like back in the day as kids, we used to have Power Rangers, on the TV show, and then you look back 20 years later and you're like, whoa, Power Rangers is still going. I didn't even know it. Like, I thought they canceled it a long time ago, but it just keep going and going, without making, like you said, Hakuna, I think the idea of it, hey, to banking for the unbanked. It's like, hey, instead of keeping your money in a bank, since that's what you don't like to do anyway, put it here. But it's like, at least in a bank, your money would still be $2, if you did keep it in that bank, versus going down to be whatever it is now. It's just been kind of downhill, even after the B2 or B3 migration, whatever they did, with the Safe Moon wallet swap and all that. It's a lot of stuff's been trying to be brought forth, but I think they did too much overly promoting, trying to make Africa. I think they did a donation or something like that, a fundraiser or something like that for people in Africa or something. It's like, I just think they put a whole bunch of money into promotion and marketing versus the actual utility behind everything that they could have done. Because it was a good idea. They did have some good ideas behind the project, but I don't know where they're going now. I have no idea.
Hey, Hakuna, how long till your guys' space?
I have an hour, so I got some time till we jump on. It'll be a fun one. There's a lot of stuff that's coming this week. I'm really excited about everything in the Everrise community that's happening over the next couple of weeks. I think it's going to be massive. I mean, V3 is going to be imminent. They said before the end of the month, we should see that really soon with the new UI. I'm super excited for the NFT staking contracts and what that's bringing. I'm excited for some of the security features that are coming, and then some of the partnerships and things that are being working on concurrently. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. So when Enigma starts talking about delivering, I started out in the Safe Moon stuff, and I was so hopeful of that. And I still hope they succeed, and I think what's playing out and what we've seen over the past many months is why. I mean, Biden, you own a business. How bad is it to hire friends and family simply because they're friends and family? And I think we're still watching that iron itself out, unfortunately.
Don't talk to me. Okay, sit down.
You can't 100, Biden. You don't have them. Sorry, man.
I was going to say, you guys, we might end the space here soon anyways, though, because we keep it to about an hour. I feel it's beneficial for the space, and then after that, we'll take a couple more questions, and then we'll probably close her up for the day. And I'll try and get on your space, Hakuna, but I have a feeling Andy's going to be running a space here before long as well.
Yeah, good deal. Anyone's welcome to come in. It's just community chats. We hang out, talk kind of like this. an exciting way to start the week off. I always say on Mondays before we know it, it'll blink to be Friday. We'll be kicking it Freestyle Friday soon, and then next week we'll be in Miami together. That'll be a whole lot of trouble. Are we still hosting while we're down there, or will we still be finding a spot and going live from the conference?
I think so. I think Viben, you want to do a Twitter Space live from the conference or somewhere's out there?
We still have time to iron that out, but I think it'd be cool for people to have some conversations on the floor. I'm going to try and do the community chat down there. Hey, Pulse is here. Just in time for the end. Pulse down there in the Pulley account. If you're not familiar with them, check them out. Good project.
Yeah. Viben's probably got his mouth full of pizza still. I'm thinking so.
Silent while we just all stare at Viben and wait for him to unmute.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Oh, he's back. He must have rugged or something. But like I mentioned, we'll probably end the space right now, and then we'll be back later with Andy. I know he'll be back in here. It seems like a couple people are actually rugging in the space, so we'll be back again, you guys, and thank you for tuning in. Please make sure to follow us. We'll invite people to spaces and stuff, but we always keep it positive, always keep it fun. That's what our space is about, and yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys on Wednesday again, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Hey, Scott, I am trying to message you, so but I can't. I don't know if you can open that up.
Follow. There you go. You should be able to do it right now.
Okay.
I blocked my Twitter account because I was getting so many weird messages from people, so I think I just had to follow you.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day. I'll be back to you guys tweet this out when it's done.
All right, sounds good. I'll talk to you guys later. Have an amazing one.
Always a pleasure. Take care.
Oh, lucky I stopped that. Lucky I stopped that before it got too loud. Okay, talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Oh.